Tuesday, June 5th, 2018. Yep. It's one of them days. Them days that you just don't want to get out of bed, and yet, boom, you're out of bed, your mind's awake, and you're running at 2:30 in the morning. Well, today, it's kind of weird. It's National Veggie Burger Day. Ugh, if it ain't hamburger, it ain't a burger. All right? National Veggie Burger. They should be taken out and used for hockey pucks. National Gingerbread Day. Now that's something I can get behind. But the best day is this one. It is National Moonshine Day. Shine on. Yeah, get us some shine and go out and have us a great time. Some of the best moonshine I ever had. It's close to being called Everclear. Yep. The quote of the day. Yeah, we got to look at this, baby. Prejudice is a great time saver. You can form opinions without having to get the facts. E.B. White. Prejudice is a great time saver. You can form opinions without having to get the facts. Example. I hate X, Y, and Z cigars. Why? Because I had one that was rotten, so they're all rotten. Saves you time, doesn't mean you got to smoke any more of them. And, you become prejudiced for it. Why are you prejudiced against people or certain people? Well, one of them once jumped me and beat me up. I was 10 years old when it happened, and I've been like this ever since. Again, taking one incident without sufficient facts, becoming prejudiced with it, just to save time, energy, money, whatever you want to call it, because you're too lazy to investigate or find somebody else or talk to somebody else about it. Prejudice is a great time saver. You can form an opinion without having the facts. You see, I see that all the time here in the cigar industry. Yep, I do. And that's going to be just as bad this morning because of the cigar I'm smoking. Some of you are going to turn it off, never even listen to me today. Why? Because it's a Gurkha. It's a Havana Legend. If you never had it, shut up. Now, if you had two or three and make an opinion about it, that's one thing, but that's your opinion. Opinions are like ash holes. Everybody has one. The problem is a lot of these opinions are not based on fact. They're based on one little puff, one little cigar, maybe two that I got from someplace, and they don't really look at it. You see, there's Gurkhas under the name that CI uses, Cigar Internationals. There's certain Gurkhas that come under Thompson. There's certain Gurkhas that come under JR. That's the only places you can find those Gurkhas. They're not the real thing. They have the name, but they ain't the same. So because of that, and some of that quality not being tip-top, Gurkha is made by Gurkha and nobody else, and not branded off names for Gurkha. Blue Cross, you know, Black Rose. You get a true Gurkha, which is a Havana legend, and I do mean it's a legend. You see, it has an Ecuadorial, from Ecuador, Habano wrapper. The Dominican Republic long dark fillers. With a little Nicaraguan long fillers thrown in. And the binder comes from Dominican Republic. And it's put together in Dominican Republic. And I would consider this to be, some people say it's a medium body cigar, maybe a 50, 60. I say more like 65, 70. Has a little bit more kick with it, but again, that has to do a lot with what you pair with it. Be it a Coke, be it a Jack Daniels, be it a coffee, be it a latte. It has a very spiciness to it, but not a pepperiness to it. It has a lot of leathery flavor to it. Somebody said it had a little caramel. I'm not tasting anything sweet in this, but then again, this is my palate. Now, you talk about being prejudiced. Somebody offered me a Gurkha over another brand. 99% of the time, I'm going to take the Gurkha. Depending upon which one it is, who puts it together, where they got it, how well it was taken care of. Yes, I'm a cigar snob. Not to the point where I can tell you how to cut it, why you need to cut it that way, and if you don't cut it that way, you're a pain in the butt. And a few other choice words. You know who I'm talking about. Lay off, jackass. You're there to serve your customers. They're not there to service you. So think about it. Think hard about what you say and what you do when it comes to prejudice. Yep. Me, people say, I'm very prejudiced against vegetable beef soup. You're darn not talking smack there, because I is. Now, did I have it just once and never again? No. Have I tried multiple recipes of it? Yes, don't like it. Just like green bell peppers. They leave a metallic taste in my mouth. Probably because I got a lot of dental work up there and a full 14-tooth bridge. Tastes like I'm chewing on nickels when I have a green pepper, green bell pepper. Red, yellow, orange, no problem. In fact, I love red pepper. Red bell pepper. So you see, and that's not just from one time. And yes, I have graciously eaten them at people's homes when they put it in food. I don't pick them out and put them to the side like some people I know. You know, it's same thing with turnips. Not my favorite, but I've eaten them. Okay? So you understand the prejudice is not formed by the informed, but it actually is. Think about it. You do it one time and you say, I'll never do that again. And you don't have all the facts. I'm never going to help that blankety blank 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 person because they're one of them blankety blank 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 people. Because of their bad behavior, you're going to wipe out a whole group of people? Nah. Because you got one bad cigar. I mean, if every brand came out with a perfect cigar every time, see what I mean? They're handmade. They're custom made, each one. Yes, they try to get them consistent. Yes, they try to get flavors consistent. But sometimes it just happens. I love Gurkhas. I love LFDs. But I've had really bad ones and I've had awesome ones. I have a couple brands that I won't even smoke. Yes, I've tried them. Every 6 months I try them. They don't fit my flavor palette. I don't like how they're constructed. That's all right. There's only 143,000 more to go. It's not like the end of the world if I cut off 2 brands because they don't, you know. It's just like when we used to get generic cheese versus craft. Good example, my grandkids don't like Velveeta mac and cheese, the shells. But they'll take the box stuff and go with the box of Kraft macaroni and cheese, the dried powder cheese. Who figures? The cheapy stuff. Yeah, you know what I was going to say. That's like I said. Go find yourself a Gurkha Havana Legend today. Maybe I can change your mind with the right facts and information so you're not so prejudiced. You know, so you can't go out and say, oh, I'm not prejudiced. I talk to those people. You're prejudiced every day of your life. You prejudge things every day of your life without having all the facts. Just like the serial killer here in Scottsdale, Arizona here. They thought he was tied to the John Benet Ramsey case. Come to find out, it was his divorce that tied all 6 of those people to him. Yep. It's just coincidental that they were on the other one. If you don't get your facts right, Jack, it's the fact, Jack, and don't screw it up. You see? That makes a big difference on whether you're prejudiced or not. To make an informed decision with all the facts and being willing to follow in case the facts change. Yeah. Otherwise, you're just an egomaniac prejudice machine because you're taking your knowledge in your head without the facts and making it so. So think about it. and smoke what you like what you smoke. Be open to trying something new, and let's just kick some ash.